Hi friends, in this tutorial series we'll be implementing Kubernetes and Spring Boot examples. In previous tutorial we had a look at what are services and its different types. In this tutorial we'll be implementing and deploying a node port service using which an external client will be able to access the Spring Boot application that we'll be deploying on a pod. For this I'll be taking reference of my website javanews.com. So go to DevOps, Kubernetes tutorials. The tutorial that we'll be looking at today is expose deployed Spring Boot application using Kubernetes services. In a previous tutorial, we had deployed Spring Boot application to Kubernetes pods. So you can go to this example here. We have the YouTube video here. You can go through it. So in this example, we had deployed the Spring Boot application to Kubernetes pods. So here, when we had deployed this application, later we tried to access this application using the curl command. So when we tried this, the external application, it was not able to access the application that was running on Kubernetes pods. In this tutorial, we'll be developing a node port service using which the external client will be able to access the deployed application. Now the external client will not directly call the application that is running on the pod. Instead, the external client, it will make a call to the node port service that we'll be defining, and the node port service will then forward this request to the application that is running on the pod. Let us begin with the implementation part. So in previous tutorial, we had created the node port service configuration file. You can go to this tutorial here. In this tutorial, we had looked at what are Kubernetes services and its different types. So the different types of Kubernetes services were cluster IP, node port and load balancer. Also here we had looked at the node port service type in detail and also created a service configuration file of type node port. We'll be making use of this configuration file for creating a service. So let us go through this configuration file. Here the API version is v1, kind is service, metadata which specifies the name of the service, which will be employee producer service. Then we have the specification for this service. First we have the selector tag. So the selector tag, it will help determine which pod the service is representing. So any incoming request to this service, it should be forwarded to some application running on the pod, and that pod selection is done using this key value pair that we define in the selector. So this key value pair, it should be similar to what we have in the pod configuration file. So we'll have a look at this later. Next we have the ports here. So the protocol, it will be TCP. Port 80, it specifies the port on which this particular service it will be running on. So this service, the employee producer service, when created, it will be running on port 80. Then we have the target port as 8080. So target port, it will be the port on which the application that is deployed on pods will be running. As we have a Spring Boot application running on the default port 8080. So here we have the value of target port as 8080. And finally, we have specified node port as 30080. So this node port, according to the Kubernetes documentation, its value should be more than 30,000. So we have given this value as 30,080. The external client will be directly calling this node port in order to access the application that is running on Kubernetes pod. And finally, the type we specify as node port. So the external application, it will be calling the node port 30080. So this is the port which has been opened on the Minikube node. This node port will then forward the request to port 80 on which the service is running, and finally the service, it will forward this request to port 8080 on which the application it is running inside the. So let us create and deploy the service. So here in Ubuntu, I'll be giving the sudo command. Next I'll need to start Minikube. For this the command is minikube start -force I need to use. So this will start Minikube pod. So here Minikube, it has started. Next, to use Docker within Minikube, we need to switch the Docker context to using Minikube. So for this, we'll be making use of this command. So this will point the Docker to the Minikube environment. So previously we had created a pod configuration file. This pod configuration file was to deploy a Spring Boot application to the Kubernetes pod. Next, we'll be creating the service configuration file. So we'll be naming this as service.yml. So copy this configuration file. For deploying the service using the service configuration file, the command is kubectl apply -f and the name of the service configuration file, which is service.yml. So this will create a service named as employee producer service for us. So if we now do kubectl get all, so here we have a service named as employee producer service, And here this is the boot jar that we had created previously. So this was the pod that we had created in the previous tutorial. Next we'll be modifying the pod configuration file to add the key value pair that we have in the selector for the service. So in the pod configuration we'll be adding a similar key value pair. So this is the service that we have defined. So here we have app:boot-jar. We need to add the same key value pair to the pod configuration so that this service, it will be forwarding the request to that particular pod. So for this we'll be adding this key value pair under the labels in the metadata. So copy this and you go to the pod configuration file. Here in metadata section we'll be adding labels, and then it will be having the key value pair that we have in the selector tag. Before we deploy this modified pod configuration file, let us first delete the existing pod that we have named as boot-jar. So use the command kubectl delete pod, the name of the pod, which will be boot-jar. So here the pod has been deleted. Next let us apply this pod configuration file. So the command is kubectl apply -f pod.yml. So if you now again do kubectl get all, so this new pod, it has been created. Next we'll be checking the logs of the pod that has been created. So for this the command is kubectl logs and the name of the pod, which will be boot-jar. So here it is showing in the pod the Spring Boot application, it has started successfully. Next let us try to test if we are able to access this application. So I'll do minikube IP. So here we have got the IP address of the minikube node. So let us try to directly access the application that is running on the pod. So for this we'll be making use of the curl command. So curl the IP address :8080/employee. So this is the REST endpoint that has been exposed by the Spring Boot application. So here we are getting connection refused. So we cannot directly access the application that has been deployed on pod. Next let us try to access using the service that we have created. So for this the node port was 30080/employee. So here when we try to access the application using the service, that is the node port service, we get the output. So here we are getting the JSON response from the Spring Boot application. So our node port service, it has been deployed correctly, and we are able to access the Spring Boot application using this node port service. Hope you have understood this tutorial. In the next tutorial, we'll be implementing an example where two Spring Boot microservices deployed in separate pods will be communicating with each other using the cluster IP service type. Thank you.